I swore I'd block your number for good, but here you are texting me you up. I know exactly where this is, on your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I start trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Maybe one day I'll actually quit, but tonight I'm not over it. You say come closer and I give in. Yeah, here we go again. You're a bad idea. You keep running back to me, running back again. I see you changing, I still feel you, I still feel you. Life fading till you lose it all and don't give in. When in love like we're rolling, got you falling on my skin. Take your chance, this is it. Oh, nah, nah.
Okay, oops. I didn't mean to turn that off, but it's okay that it is turned off anyways. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Tony Fire. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. 12:55 there. Yes, it's the same time as it is where I am. So, yeah. So this is going to be, of course, by the title, we are going to go and check out the first day of the Tanner Horner murder trial. And he is the one that kidnapped little Athena Strand and murdered her. He strangled her. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch. I'm not too familiar actually with this channel. Justice is a process. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Tanner Lynn Horner. He was a UPS driver, and he was delivering a package to little Athena Horner's. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Athena Strand's home, and he decided to kidnap her, and they found her body. I think it was 2 days later they found her body. So definitely a trigger warning, everyone. I'm going to put the trigger warning up on the screen. I hear that there is some graphic evidence and stuff, so please be aware of that. This is probably not going to be too easy to listen to, but we'll get through as much as we can. So usually when they record trials, though, they're usually pretty mindful about stuff, so hopefully we won't hear too many. I'm not too sure, but I listened to a little bit of the opening statement from the prosecution side, and it sounds like it's a hard trial to listen to. So just please keep that in mind. We are all about mental health around here, so yourself is always first. Please don't feel bad about stepping out for a minute if you need to. It's absolutely understandable. So okay, thank you everybody for being here. Look at that, we have 34 on YouTube, and we have 34 excuse me, I had a hiccup. We're at 35. Oh, now we have 35 on YouTube, and 34 over on Kick. So hey everybody over on Kick, thank you for coming back. We really appreciate it. So here we go. Let's start this off. Okay, they do a couple of things. The judge comes on right about here, and he's giving instruction to the jury. So we don't need to listen to all of that, but I don't want to miss any part of
the grand jury.
Mr. Horner, to the charge of capital murder, you may plead guilty or not guilty. What is your plea?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you. I will accept your plea. You may be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when a defendant pleads guilty to an offense, I have done admonishments to him outside of your presence and am satisfied that this guilty plea is given freely and voluntarily. So as we get into the trial, I will give you an instruction at the appropriate time for you to find him guilty. Okay? There will no longer be a first phase of the trial to where you will be determining whether or not guilt has been proved beyond a reasonable doubt. I will give you an instruction to find him guilty. So now your sole duty will be to listen to all of the evidence that is going to be presented to you, because you will be using that evidence to determine the proper
It's a little bit
punishment
unusual, isn't
to be
it?
assessed. You will hear the evidence in the same manner, I anticipate, had Mr.
And this is him, of course. This bald motherfucker looking here is the one that took this little girl. So this is a little bit strange. I haven't seen this before. Like when a guilty plea is given, usually they go like right straight to the penalty phase. So this is interesting. Interesting.
Horner pled not guilty. You may use that evidence in your determination in answering the questions that we talked about to you in the individual jury selection interviews.
Hey, Kelly Bird.
So I just wanted to let you know, you're going to hear the evidence, but you're only going to be dealing with punishment. All right? State wishes to make an opening statement.
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Stanton.
Thank you.
Because I really wonder why they did it this way. Oh, that sounds good, Jason.
Your Honor, I'm going to object showing evidence in opening statements.
That's overruled.
We'll change of plans this morning. Welcome. Thank you for all for being here. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Wait, what did the defense
that's
ask for?
I'm going to object showing evidence in opening statements.
That's overruled.
Oh. Object to showing evidence in opening statements. Overruled. Interesting. I mean, look how super cute she was. That's her picture up. That's up there with a big red bow on her head. Oh my God, she's just such a cute sweetheart. This happens occasionally in big trials. Okay, I've never seen it myself, so it's actually quite intriguing. I've never seen that, so, but interesting. All right, here we go, you guys.
We'll change of plans this morning. Welcome. Thank you for all for being here. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I'm gonna try and speed it up.
This is what this case is about, right here. You know, when I looked
Let
at
me know
this
if it's
case,
too
most lawyers,
fast.
when they have these types of cases, they have kind of a theme of the case, something that sits with them, something that touches them here. And in this case, I look at Paul in 2 Corinthians when he said, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. And that's what we have here. Let me tell you a little bit about what you're going to see today, what you're going to see over the next few weeks. We're going to present all the same evidence that you would have seen before in guilt, but that's going to expand it to include the punishment evidence as well. So you're going to get it all in one package. Okay. Let me tell you how this is going to begin. What we're
You
going to start
took her
with
with
first
Christmas
is
presents?
we're going to
Oh my
introduce
gosh.
you to Athena, which is the most important thing, and that's the reason why we're here. So let me give you a little evidence here. Athena's last day. She was in school. She was in Miss Thompson's first grade class. She had a rough day.
Grade
that
one.
day, and you'll hear Miss Thompson talk about that. She's strong-willed, very precocious. She's 7. Miss Thompson's going to talk to you a little bit about that last day and tell you what went on and why that's important. You've heard that name over and over, Athena Strand. Born May 23rd, 2015. It's sad that we have to talk about a child in the past tense, who she was, what she liked, who were her friends, who were her parents. It's sad that we have to have this discussion, but that's the evidence that we have to bring you. That's the evidence that's important. Now, in this particular case, I'll tell you a little bit about this picture. Athena had just gotten back from spending some time at her mom's house in Oklahoma. 4 days before she was murdered is when that picture was taken by her mother. Now, November 30th, 2022 is a Wednesday. Kids had just gotten back from Thanksgiving break. And if y'all have ever been in school, you know that that's a bit of a chaotic time for a teacher. They just got back, and what are they looking forward to? Christmas, right? And who's arriving for Christmas? What I like to call the modern-day Santa Claus. Amazon, right? FedEx, UPS, all of the people that we look forward to. And even us as adults, I know for me personally, I look forward to motorcycle parts. And I know my wife looks forward to things like essential oils and devotional books. I know those things. And like I said, that's why I refer to it as the modern day Santa Claus. And I was going to try to do this without my glasses, but it is not working. So here's the way this is going to happen. When Tanner Horner rolled up that day, he rolled up alone. He rolled up bringing what we thought would be joy and happiness and a package. And you're going to see the package and you're going to see what he was bringing. Why wouldn't Athena be happy to see the FedEx guy, right? He's got a Walmart box. Well, that's not what he brought that day. What you're going to see is that he brought violence,
Angel.
fear, and death. That's what he brought with him. He did not bring with him the joy and happiness that the delivery drivers normally bring. So first off, I want to apologize to y'all for what we're going to have to bring you. The evidence in this case is rough. It is not what I want to show anyone, but it's what's required. It's what's required to show you what he did. And I want to apologize to you now. We're going to do our very best to limit it, to provide you what you need, but I'm the kind of DA, I'm going to bring you all the evidence, okay? And I feel like it's important you know the complete story. Now, we know a little bit now about Athena, and you're going to hear about her. What about Tanner Horner? Tanner Horner shows up, delivers a package, leaves with Athena. Now, I'm going to put you as close as you can be.
I
without
remember
actually
too,
being
Elsie.
there that day.
Yeah.
We have video of it, and we're going to show it to you. Now,
We're good, Kelly. Hope you're good.
you may be thinking, wow, maybe we have
Thanks
video
for
of the whole
joining
thing.
us.
Nope. Somebody covered up the camera because they don't want you to see. Guess what? Audio is still running.
Oh,
You're going to hear
gosh.
it.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine what we're going to hear. So, I mean, the biggest trigger warning, everybody. Yeah, he covered up the camera in the truck, but audio was still running. So, just horrible, horrible. What he says next kind of just absolutely breaks my heart. So, yeah.
You're going to hear what a 250-pound man can do to a 67-pound child. And when I say it's horrible, I mean it. I've been doing this 25 years, and I promise you, buckle up. Now, the important part of this is, what's the truth? It's time to get to the truth. The only truthful thing that Tanner Horner told law enforcement was that he killed her. The pattern and web of lies that he put together, it's going to be hard for y'all to keep up with. It is lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. We have lies about what we did the day before. We have lies about what we did the day of. We have lies about where her body was. We have lies about whether or not she was clothed or not. We have lies and lies and lies. It is hard to keep up with. The only thing he told the truth about was he killed her. So you're going to hear multiple stories. None of them are true. What's the story that was told in the beginning? That he hit her with a truck. That he somehow freaked out because he thought he was going to lose his job or she was going to tell on him. He picked her up, still freaked out, and killed her. That is an absolute lie. There is no truth to that in any form or fashion. None. Zero, zip, not no truth. No truth to that whatsoever. In fact, the first words out of Tanner Horner's mouth, whenever the ranger first encountered him, the ranger says, "Is she alive?" And he says, "She wasn't alive when I put her in the truck." I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see right up front here, she was very much alive and very much uninjured when he put her in the truck. Let me tell you something stuck with me here, what you're going to hear when we get to that video. First thing Tanner Horner says.
That picture of her, she's actually kneeling in the truck between the two front seats, is just horrible, horrible. How old was he? I will try and see if I can find out. Give me just a second here. It might say in the description there is quite a bit of... So the little girl, she was 7. I was wondering if she was 7 or 8. I do not see. It says, I don't see anywhere where it says how old he was. Hang on a second. How old was Tanner Lynn Horner? Or is... Never mind. What happened here? I don't know. Hang on. Hey Google. How old is Tanner Lynn Horner, the murderer of Athena Strand? That's okay. I got my phone right here. 34 or 35, it says. Tanner Lynn Horner is 34 or 35. He was 31 at the time of his arrest in December 2022. So, yeah. And he did plead guilty to capital murder. So, interesting. So, all right, here we go. Let's keep going.
To Athena, when he picks her up, puts her in that truck, he leans down and he says, "Don't scream or I'll hurt you." He says that twice. You're going to hear it. We're going to put it on screen for you. That's the first thing out of his mouth. He made good on it. Now, where do we go from there? Now, you're going to be able to hear it all on audio. But I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing you're going to hear that is something that you can't unhear is the level of fight that a 7-year-old girl has when she's facing down certain death.
This is
We
heartbreaking.
talk about warriors in America. I tell you, that little girl right there is a warrior. She fought with the strength of 100 men. 3 days later, we catch up. 3 days later, it took us. What's Tanner Horner during all this time? Good question, right? What's he doing? He's delivering packages just like normal. Made it to work right on time. Made sure that he got the same FedEx truck so we could have his mobile crime scene with him the entire day.
All right, Elsie. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us. I hope that you get a good sleep. Good sleep. He did plead guilty today, or a couple days ago. He did plead guilty. But apparently the trial is going to keep going. And I think maybe because of the capital murder, usually with capital murder, there is a death penalty that could be attached to that. So, oh, thank you, Elsie. I appreciate that. Go get your butt to bed. Get your butt to bed. Patty, sweetheart, thank you so much for stopping in. And I absolutely understand that. This is probably going to be really hard to watch. So I hope you have a good day. Or evening. I think I don't know what time it is there. But, yeah. Hey, Wings Hero. Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. Good morning. The jury still has to hear the case because they are going to be involved in the penalty phase, I believe. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Okay. Let's keep on going. Here we go.
This is planning. This is preparation. He knew what was going on. He drove through the scene that day. He drove right through the scene that day. You're going to have video from this truck driving right through.
This is like literally fucking creepy. He drove through the scene, right? After Athena, was disappeared, and her family obviously called law enforcement, and, there was, busy right around her house, I'm sure. He drove back. Like, that's some really extremely fucked up shit. But, oh, goodness, I'm crazy. Asking people, what's going on? What's going on? Elsie, I get that, I get that, honey. Absolutely. I don't think I'd be able to listen to it either while falling asleep. So, Yeah, I understand. No worries. No worries. Okay, here we go.
That scene, right where he kidnapped her, right where he took her away, and talking to people. What happened? What
Talking
went
to
on?
people. Oh,
What happened? In the same truck he killed her in. This is the level of cold-heartedness that you're going to see.
wow.
Now, we finally locate her. And how do we locate her? Hundreds and hundreds of law enforcement personnel. Canines, dogs, thermal imaging. The Ranger had helicopters moving 24/7 looking for her, searching for her, all believing that they were going to find her alive. Where did we find her? We found her at a place called Bobo Crossing. Now, I grew up in Wise County, and I lived not too far.
Weighing your membership, we mixed up a little bit with the memberships. Not, you know, it was on purpose. I just switched things around a little bit so that we're only down to 2 tiers of membership, instead of 4 tiers. So you just have to join again. Anybody that doesn't have their membership will have to probably go and join again if you were part of one of the tiers that I took away. If you were in the lowest tier, the campsite one, I put that one sort of back at the same price as what it was before, but I had to start another one because I actually accidentally deleted that one. So I had to start all over again. And we're doing that because we want everybody to be, we're going to switch the Discord over to members only. So I wanted to like kind of make it fair for everybody. But either tiers that are available now, either tier will get you into the Discord. So you can join either one and you'll still get into the Discord. So there's a couple extra perks on the higher one. That's just like, you know, pictures and personal things and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're not green anymore, please do join us back again. Join us back again. So there's about 80, maybe close to maybe 100 people that will have to join up again. So I apologize for that. But it's just so that we can keep the Discord when I open up the new one, just so we can keep it safe for everybody. So yeah. So I apologize if you've lost your membership. You just have to join up again. So yeah. All right, let's go.
Away from where her body was dumped. And I have no idea why they call it Bobo Crossing. I haven't found anybody who knows why they call it Bobo Crossing, but that's what they call it. It's probably got a county road number, but nobody knows what it is. People just know what this is. It's a little bit south of Boyd, off of Highway 730. We'll show you some maps. But that's what we found her. We found her where he pitched her off naked.
Oh, God.
In the water. That's where we found her. How did we get to that point? Well, it wasn't without a lot of hard work by the FBI, Texas Rangers, Wise County Sheriff, deputies. We finally locate her. But how did we get to locate her? Well, Tanner Horner made it as difficult as possible to locate her. Again, with more lies upon lies upon lies. Where's her body? Where's her body? It's over here. It's over here. So on and so forth. It's just too much to keep up with, to be honest with you. So many lies. But we find her body. And you know, throughout this whole time when we're looking for the body, you know, when we ask people what happened, you know, sometimes they take responsibility. Not this guy. Every part of that, even before we found her body, is woe is me. Worried about what's going to happen to me. Worried about why I'm not going to see my kid again. Worried about me. Selfish. We haven't even found her body yet, and he's worried about that. But he's so concerned about diverting law enforcement from what's going on. So concerned from diverting law enforcement from deciphering just simply where her body is. That he conjures a whole other persona out of thin air. And all the ranger had to do is look over at him and say, hey, I want to talk to the other guy. Okay, we'll talk to the other guy, and we'll tell you what happened. But that other guy lies as much as it was before. And that's the problem with all of this. We finally find her body, and here's what you're going to see once we find her body. Now, this is where we start getting into punishment. Obviously, the judge has already talked to you about, at some point, he's going to instruct you to find him guilty. in that particular case. We're going to talk to you a little bit about punishment. I had planned on talking about change of events.
Oh, that was
50
loud.
years. What does punishment look like? Well, we have DNA. Not only do we have initial DNA from Athena that has Tanner Horner's DNA under her fingernails, we also have DNA, Tanner Horner's DNA, in places where you shouldn't find DNA on a 7-year-old girl.
Oh, God.
We're going to take you back in time. We're going to show you what Tanner Horner did to prepare for this, covering up the camera, setting this up. And he was there 24 hours before on the same road at a different house with a different girl. It looks eerily similar to what you're going to see on the Venus video the night before. Again, preparation, planning. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what you may see in this particular case. We're going to show you the whole video, and we're going to show you how he did it, because I think that's important. It's an hour. It's not 5 minutes. It's an hour. And it's not just one time that he's trying to kill her. It's over, over, and over again.
Oh, my gosh.
You can hear the banging in the truck. You can hear the screams. This is what's coming. It didn't happen fast. Now, when it comes to punishment, you guys know there are 2 questions. Right? Future danger mitigation. We talked to them ad nauseum when you guys were doing court hours.
Oh, I love you, mean it, Elsie.
I'll submit to you that the level of violence that one person can inflict on a child is important. But you're also going to hear all about this individual. You're also going to hear about the past and present. And I submit to you that you're also going to hear a bunch of stuff about how he's got some kind of life problems. He's got some kind of medical problems. He's got some kind of this. He's got some kind of that. I anticipate all of that coming up. I anticipate a long line of experts rolled up in here telling you just about how problematic this guy is. That's what's to be expected. It's all an excuse. Okay? It's all an excuse for somebody who's done this. So I submit to you, when we get to that, it's going to take a little bit. We're going to try to streamline it as much as we can. Okay? But it's important. I'm going to leave you with this. When we talk to people about it, and I told you in the beginning, we have to talk about her in the past tense, which is very sad. Remember why we have to talk about it in the past tense. Today, we're about a month away, a little more than a month away from Athena's birthday. She would have been 11. Would have been 11. She would have been looking forward to summertime. She would have been in the 4th grade. Keyword is would. It's in the past tense. And we know
Wow.
would.
Oh, my gosh.
We're ready to present this case to you. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Judge it.
Oh, that desk is horrible.
Yes, sir.
That microphone is horrible.
Sarah, you can leave it on the easel.
Morning. About this time last year.
Okay, this too, it kind of irked me a little bit because this guy comes up and he is using like mental illness, autism, Asperger's, all that kind of stuff, which kind of irked me a little bit, just because it just seems like an excuse to me. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people that I don't know. It just bothered me. I am not too sure, Jason, if it is a death penalty case. I'm thinking that it might be, which is why they're doing this. I don't know. But I'll try to find out. Actually, I can just read we'll go to the description. I'll push play, but I'll go down and listen and read the description to see if it says. So, all right, here we go.
In the NBA playoffs, there was a player named Tyrese Halliburton. He played for the Indiana Pacers. and they were ranked like fourth in the East, something like that. But he led that team to the finals against the best team in the league, the Oklahoma City Thunder. We got him all the way to Game 7. But he was injured.
Okay, yes, it is a death penalty case. It says the guilt phase is, I'm just going to read this little part. It says the guilt phase is over. He told us what he did. The only question remaining, does the state of Texas execute him, or does he spend the rest of his life in prison without parole? So it is definitely a death penalty case. So we were right, right? So, all right, here we go.
Someone's physically injured, you can see it. You can see him limp. Maybe had a cap injury. Gets to that Game 7. Starts out hot, hits 3 3-pointers, they're winning. He's in the game, they're winning. He's out of the game, they're losing. And then it's Achilles snap. I don't know if you've seen that before, but that's a very visible injury. You can see that tendon go up under the skin.
Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit because I kind of missed what he was saying, like between stopping. So I'm going to go back again right to the beginning. Okay, here he's saying good morning. All right, sorry you guys. I just want to make sure that I hear exactly what he's saying. So, hey Bubbles, how are you? Note to self. Hey my sweet friend, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, here we go. I went back to the beginning of the defense opening statements. So here we go, guys.
About this time last year, in the NBA playoffs, there was a player named Tyrese Halliburton. And he played for the Indiana Pacers, and they were ranked like fourth in the East, something like that. But he led that team to the finals against the best team in the league, the Oklahoma City Thunder. We got him all the way to Game 7. But he was injured. Someone's physically injured, you can see it. You can see him limp. Maybe he had a cap injury. Gets to that Game 7. Starts out hot, hits 3 3-pointers, they're winning. He's in the game, they're winning. He's out of the game, they're losing. And then his Achilles snaps. I don't know if you've seen that before, but that's a very visible injury. You can see that tendon go up under the skin. You can see him hit the ground, pound on it, pain, frustration, and you know he's done. Not playing anymore. When someone has a physical injury,
Where is he going with this? What?
we kind of understand. You're not going to run as fast if you're an amputee. You're not going to jump as high. We knew he was playing hard. We still wanted to play through it. We still wanted him to win, right? Once that snaps, you know he's done. He's not going to play anymore. I like to say we understand. If you wanted him to win, you're still not happy about it. When someone's brain is what's injured, you don't see it. It's not visible at a glance. We don't treat it the same. We want people to push through it. We want them to be okay. We're talking about a developmental issue, talking about a mental illness, brain damage. Well, you should outgrow that. Everybody's sad sometimes. You got strength, just use your strength to make up for the deficit. A bone that's 99% unbroken is still a broken bone. It's not going to support the weight. It's not going to do its job. There are experts that can tell you, measure, testing, research, what's wrong with the brain, why it's not functioning the way you expect it to. They can show you causal links between what's wrong with the brain and how someone behaves, why they don't fit in, why they don't function the way someone who doesn't have those deficits functions. But do we really need that?
Babe, it's a little bit hard to
It's not true.
even
We don't know
understand
if something's wrong with someone.
the way he talks, you know?
You know that someone ain't right. They don't pick
Are
up
the
on the social
captions-
cues.
Are the captions good for you guys? Because I can make them a little bit bigger if you want to. Hey Pam, how are ya? Just let me know. I think I can make them like at least one size, bigger. So let me know, because I know some of you are watching on your phone. So yeah.
Can't solve the problems they should be able to solve with the intelligence they have. They can't put themselves in someone else's shoes the way everyone else does. The way you have to. Tanner's injury actually began before he was born. His mother, God bless her, Melissa Horner, was working as a stripper when she was pregnant. And one of the ways she was able to get on stage and do her job was
Yes.
to drink alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
If you're exposed to alcohol prenatally before you're born, it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be in the first trimester. We know now that if it's just in the wrong days of gestation, it will cause permanent injuries. Now, Melissa continued throughout Tanner's life to this day to have issues with substance abuse and with the law. So she was not there for him a lot. Kind of in and out of her care. His dad, unfortunately, had similar issues, more legal, more substance abuse, and he wasn't there much either. So he was raised by Jackie Harbison. Jackie is a wonderful grandmother, and she's done the best she can with him. She had him tested at a young age, and the school determined he had Asperger's, which is now considered a form of autism spectrum disorder. Now, autism ranges from some mild quirks, some social issues, things like that, all the way up to being unable to function. That's why they call it a spectrum. Tanner received services throughout his school life.
Right, Kelly Bird? Yeah, he's the victim.
Autism is one of those things,
Oh,
though,
God,
that
that shit, right?
you're taught skills to deal with. It doesn't go away. It's not something you outgrow. A lot of people, as they get to adulthood, have learned skills and are able to cope. You're going to hear evidence about it.
I mean, he's trying to make it seem like this guy, was didn't have the capacity of an adult, but yet he drove a UPS truck around delivering packages, and you know what I mean? Like, what? It doesn't add up, It just doesn't add up. I mean, we all know he's guilty already, but I'm definitely going to have a lot to say during this, I'm pretty sure. And some of it might not even matter because he did plead guilty already, but I'm probably going to say it anyways. So, yes. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Tana, how are you? We actually started a new one. Yes, it is absolutely heartbreaking. We started a new live so that we didn't have any drama attached to this, so... Yeah. And you know what? My brain is injured too. MS, that MS is in your brain. But it didn't make me want to go out and murder anybody. It's just, I don't know. So that's why I said a little bit while that this defense almost makes me really mad, But yeah, so. All right. Oh, Chickalicious. Oh, my. Well, hello, fellow warrior. Fellow warrior. Sorry. Couldn't try and say that 10 times. Just saying. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. So, yeah. Yeah. I've had it for 6 years now. So, yeah. I'm glad to meet you. I love meeting fellow warriors, fellow MS warriors. So, yeah. Since 2008. Okay, wow. My goodness. Well, I hope that you're doing well with it, and, yeah. We'll just leave it there. I hope you're doing well. All right, here we go, you guys.
Tanner's autism. Tanner, unfortunately, has also suffered various mental illnesses throughout his life, been diagnosed, he's received treatment for, and some of those are ongoing. We will hear about those and what issues he has there. And finally, you will hear evidence that Tanner at some point,
That's great.
presumably during his developmental years,
That makes me really
was
happy.
exposed to a massive amount of lead. Testing shows that he has 24 times the amount of lead that a person his age should have in his bones.
Lead?
You don't have to be a scientist.
Lead? Okay, well, I think that's the first time I've ever heard that in a defense opening statement. Is lead in his bones. Okay. Well, I
Your
mean,
doctors know that lead has terrible effects on the brain and on the body. Why does this matter? Well, remember back in the beginning when we were in the group, the judge told you, the state told you, the defense told you how important the presumption of innocence is. How important the state's burden of proof is. They have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Tanner has done what he can today by pleading guilty, accepting that he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Now, I understand I have a different perspective on this because I've represented a lot of defendants who won't do that. The evidence is overwhelming. The state said it's terrible. I hate that we all have to sit through it together. But
thank God
all
for
across America today,
in-vehicle
there are defendants that
cams,
are relying on
yeah.
that presumption of innocence and that burden of proof in their cases,
They might not know
Try to get an
today,
argument for it.
even.
no matter how
What,
big it's stacked against them.
Sorry, what happened to this little girl? If it wasn't for the cameras that were in that work truck, you know. So thank God for that. Thank God for that. So yeah, all right, here we go.
You even heard in that group 4 years that we did that the state suggested we might try to get a non-capital verdict in this case, unless we included defense. We're not doing any of that. So where does that leave you? We already talked about it. That's why we spent the time in individual voir dire going over everything. You've taken that oath now, that second oath we talked about, to follow the law. And the law in Texas never requires a death penalty. The law in Texas is always satisfied with life without parole.
Objection, argument, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Life without parole is a terrible punishment. You are being asked to use your personal.
Life without parole is a terrible punishment. Okay, when you have taken an 8-year-old child, or 7-year-old, sorry, she was 7, a 7-year-old child, kidnapped her, did Lord knows what to her, and then murdered her. Life in prison is horrible. Okay. Anyways, oh my goodness. Wow.
Moral judgment.
He, whatever the outcome of this is, he should feel lucky, first of all, that he is still able to see, people in his family, maybe his parents or his grandmother or whatever. You know what? Yeah. Wow.
To apply that special issue number 1 to the evidence that you do here. It's going to take a while. It'll be from both sides. But remember, that's whether there's a probability that the defendant will commit criminal acts of violence that constitute a continuing threat to society. We believe when you heard the evidence, you'll realize that the type of damage that Tanner had to his brain actually makes him a good candidate for structure and rules. It's probably what he's always
You
needed.
should have known better.
And when he goes to prison, he will be under threat. He will not be the one threatening you. If you find beyond a reasonable doubt that he is a continuing threat to society, then you'll use your personal moral judgment to consider that second question. Whether or not there's a sufficient mitigating circumstance or circumstances to warrant a life sentence instead of a death sentence. We talked about that already too. What is a sufficient mitigating circumstance from the evidence? It's whatever you find sufficient.
This guy's really just kind of making me mad.
Remember, you don't have to agree on why he isn't a continuing threat to society, and you don't have to agree on what a mitigating circumstance is. When you do see this evidence, the break is obvious. The only way to ignore that damage came, and that break came from the damage that was already there, is just like with Halliburton. If you ignore that his calf was already injured, that's how an Achilles tendon snaps. We still expected him to push through and win. We still expected Tanner to push through and be a father and be a productive citizen and be all the things that we wanted him to be. But he just didn't do it.
No, he just didn't do it. Well, you know.
So what I'm asking you to do
Oh my
is to
God.
not close your eyes to what you see about who Tanner is and how that applies to those two special issues. Not close your ears and not listen, not pretend that damage to the brain isn't real. Speak up, fulfill your oath, sentence him to life without parole.
You're an idiot. Lindsay Thompson. I don't know who that is, but okay, I'm going to pause this just for a second, and I am going to go look over on Court TV to see if the sound is better. Give me just a second here, you guys. It actually is a lot better. So give me just a second. I'm just going to switch over to Court TV because the sound is way better over there, I think. Oops. This one here. D1. Okay, and we were. All right, here we go.
And be a father and be a productive citizen and be all the things that we wanted him to be. But he just didn't do it.
I think it's better. I think it's better.
So what I'm asking you to do is to not close your eyes to what you see about who Tanner is and how that applies to those two special issues. Not close your ears and not listen, not pretend that damage to the brain isn't real.
Oh, Penny. Hugs
Speak
for you,
up.
sweetheart.
Fulfill your
I
oath,
love your picture.
sentence him to life without parole.
Her teacher testified. Oh my goodness. Good night, Earth. Sorry, I just turned that. I had to turn that off. Oh my goodness. The courtroom sound is horrible in those courtrooms, so.
You raise your right hand for me. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony given this cause to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay. There's a rule of evidence in effect that says you cannot be in court unless you testify. And once you have testified, do not discuss your testimony with anybody else except the lawyers, okay? Mr. Staten?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Thompson?
Thank you, Earth, for stopping by. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for showing some love. I appreciate it, girl. All right, here we go.
Would you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your first and last name for the court?
Yes, my name is Lindsay Thompson, Lindsey, Thompson, Thompson.
Ms. Thompson, I noticed you're wearing a green jacket there that has an emblem on it. What's that for?
I am a first grade teacher at Paradise Elementary in Paradise ISD.
Can you tell us a little bit about where Paradise is located?
Paradise is about 40 miles northwest of Fort Worth. A very small town, population under 1,000. Very small schools, one stoplight, your typical small town.
And tell me about Paradise ISD. How many kids do they have and what size school is it?
UIL classifies us as a 3A district. We have about 100 students per grade level, give or take a little bit.
And you said you're a first grade teacher?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been a first grade teacher?
I have been at Paradise ISD for, this is my 7th year, and prior to that I was in another district for 5 years teaching first grade.
So you're kind of a permanent first grade teacher?
Yes, I do love first grade.
So in your class, in Ms. Thompson's class, on average, about how many kids do you have in your class?
Between 18 and 20.
Now I'm going to take you back a little bit, if you will, back to it's been a few years, to the 2022 school year, okay? Were you teaching first grade then?
Yes, I was.
And did you have the same 18 to 20 kids?
Yes, I did.
Now, during that school year, did you have a chance to have a student in your class by the name of Athena Strand?
I did.
And tell me, when did she come to your class?
The first time I met Athena was at Meet the Teacher night. Her stepmom brought her in, and I vividly remember her coming in. She had all of her supplies. She was so excited about being at school. I can just still remember her just standing there and just excited to be there. And that was the first time that I met Athena.
And tell us a little bit about what kind of student was she?
I adored Athena. She was so much fun. She was a free spirit. She loved drawing. She loved to write. She loved to color. She was just your typical, 7-year-old little girl that just loved life. She would come in with, stickers on her hands. She loved to dress up. Like, she truly was a free spirit. Like, there's no other word to describe her. Like, she definitely was a true gem.
I'm going to bet when you say free spirit, is that kind of a nice way of saying that she might have been a little more enthusiastic in your class than some other kids?
Yes. She's one that would stand up for herself, and she would speak her mind when she wanted to. She loved to talk and socialize with her friends, but that's just who made her who she was.
So let me ask you, how long, you said it was Meet the Teacher night. Well, when does Meet the Teacher night normally happen?
In August, like about the week before school starts.
And then she was in your class through when?
November 30th, 2022.
Now, just so that we're clear, can you describe her physically for the jury?
Yes, she was thin and petite. She had blonde hair that sometimes she'd wear up, but most of the time it was down, wavy. She had perfect color skin, but she was always smiling.
Judge Matt?
Yes.
Showed you two pictures. Do you recognize those?
Yes.
And these are states 1 and 2. Who is that in those pictures?
That is Athena Strand.
Is that what she looked like the last time you saw her?
Yes.
It was actually mid states 1 and 2.
Have you seen her tender it to defense?
Oh, I'm sorry. You did it.
Tender it to defense.
Oh, I'm
How long would we need, Your Honor, if we just...
Sure.
sorry. I thought we had it on drive. I'm sorry.
Okay.
States Exhibits 1 and 2 are exhibits.
We published 1 and 2?
Yes. Can all the members of the jury see the
Oh,
display
yes.
board?
Sorry.
No. Can all the members see the display board? Okay.
All right, well, when the computer figures itself out, we'll talk about that in a second. All right? Let me go.
That is a long time, right, Jason, to be a teacher, 12 years.
Let me ask you, let me take you to November of 2022 in any given school year. What is going on in November of 22 in any given school year in Ms. Thompson's first grade class?
Well, at the end of November, we are getting ready for Christmas, so it's a little bit chaotic, but everyone is super excited about Christmas coming, so we're doing Christmas crafts, writing Santa letters, just all the fun things that bring magic to first graders back at school.
You said that's at the end, right? Do you have some type of Thanksgiving break in the middle?
We do, yes.
And so let me take you to November of 2022. Do you remember when Thanksgiving break was that year?
It would have been the week before November 30th.
Okay. So let's talk about a couple of things. Thanksgiving break, obviously good for students and teachers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, what is it like when kids come back from that Thanksgiving break?
It's a little bit chaotic, just because they know Christmas is coming. So they're just super excited. And so we, do lots of different activities to keep them engaged and still, ready to learn. Yes.
You said that after Thanksgiving break is we start looking towards Christmas, is that right?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you about another time during school, and it's something that is commonly called Red Ribbon Week. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Tell us what Red Ribbon Week is.
Red Ribbon Week is a week where it usually falls around Halloween, but we focus on making good choices, whether it be who we interact with, things we put in our body. It's, like I said, it's around Halloween, so we talk a lot about, the candy that you have in your basket, make sure that your parent checks that before, but it's really just about safety and being aware of your surroundings and teaching kids that.
I'm going to show you States Exhibit 2. Tell me what you notice about that picture.
She is wearing her Hocus Pocus shirt, and she did love Halloween and love dressing up.
So, was Athena in your class after you come back from Thanksgiving break
She was.
and doing those activities you talked about?
Yes.
And was she there during Red Ribbon Week day?
Yes, she was.
Judge it with me. Show you the warrant, States Exhibit 4. Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
And what is that?
That is a journal entry from Athena's journal.
And how do you know that's from Athena's journal?
The following day after she was found, I looked in her journal at school, and this was the last entry in her journal.
And you recognize that as her journal?
Yes, it is.
Just read out to the Mid-States 4.
Oh, poor girl. She looks so nervous up there.
And this one will object hearsay, relevance, or prejudicial or probative and due process.
Objections overruled. State's Exhibit 4 is admitted.
Ms. Thompson, you said something about you knew when exactly that you noticed this in her journal. When exactly was that?
It would have been on December 1st, 2022.
And we know Athena was murdered on November 30th.
Yes.
What day was that you found that?
It was Saturday, December 1st.
So at that point, we hadn't found her yet, had we?
No, sorry. It was on Saturday, December 2nd.
December 2nd?
Yes, sorry.
So have we found her body by that time?
Yes,
And you're up at school and you're looking?
yes.
And in that particular journal week, you said that, is that during Red Ribbon Week?
Yes, that was something we wrote during Red Ribbon Week.
And I'm not going to have you read it exactly, but what is Athena learning in that journal entry that day?
She is learning to stay away from strangers.
Stranger danger.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
And as part of her schoolwork and stuff during that week in that journal entry, what's going on during that? What are the students learning about?
My kitty cat.
They are learning about just staying safe, whether it be with interaction with other people or things that they're putting into their bodies. Just learning how to be safe as a child.
And part of that would be staying away from strangers.
Yes.
Or people that children know are strangers.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to take you to the the end of November, on Monday, November 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in school that day?
Yes.
Was Athena in school that day?
Welcome
Yes,
back.
she was.
Oh, you ate one too. It is absolutely very
I
sad,
think
yeah.
you talked a minute ago how you guys were doing Christmas stuff.
Yes.
How far away from Christmas break at that time?
About 3 weeks.
Judge, can we publish states for?
Sure.
Hey, everyone over on Kick. Hello, hello.
Is this what you were talking about before?
Yes.
Is her writing?
Yes.
And that was the last writing she had in your class?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Amen.
Last week. Okay. So Monday is the 28th,
Yes.
and I'm going to take you to that Wednesday, November 30th. Was Athena also in your class that day?
She was.
Now, I'm going to ask you a couple of things here, and just to verify this. When we show you States Exhibit 1, that picture of her, or States 2 in her Hocus Pocus, is that what she looked like on that day?
Yes.
And when I tell you, and I use the term mandatory reporter, do you know what that means?
I do.
What does that mean?
That means as a teacher, I'm required to notify CPS if I have any concerns of neglect or harm.
Right. And in this particular case, when we see those pictures of Athena that you had, is that what she looked like?
Yes.
Did she have any bruises or other injuries on her?
No,
that
she
day?
did not.
No? Okay. And I didn't tell you this in the beginning, but she's taken all this stuff down. So when I ask a question,
Okay.
then you answer right back and forth,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
I didn't mention that before.
Okay.
All right, so let's take you to that Wednesday. She's in your class, and anything go on that day that was unusual or out of the ordinary?
No, I mean, it was a typical, middle of the week. like I have talked about before, it was, right before Christmas, so everything was a little bit chaotic. As teachers, we have to really, make sure our classroom management is strong during that time. Athena, that particular day, she was talking a lot and, just being a kid. And so I did have to write in her binder that afternoon just to let, parents know that she did have a little bit of struggle that day.
So a little bit of a rough day for Athena that
Yes, yes.
Let me show you, what we marked as stage 3. Can you tell me what that is?
Yes, that is a writing that Athena did from the first week of school. We read a story about being a good listener, and then the students responded by how they can be a good listener.
All right. And is there a picture on that?
Yes, there is.
And did you take that picture?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you create this for their class?
Yes.
Judge, we'd ask if it's stage 3. Sorry.
We understand objections, hearsay, relevance, or prejudicial, probative, and due process.
Those objections are overruled. Stage 3 is admitted.
Ms. Thompson, when did you say that picture was taken?
That picture was taken on the first day of school.
And we know, when was her last day of school?
November 30th, 2022.
And you said she had a bit of a rough day, a little bit too much talking.
Yes,
Did you have to be a teacher?
I did.
And when you say you write in somebody's binder, for a first grader, is that a pretty big deal?
Yes, I mean, for the most part, yes, but just to let parents know kind of like what happened at school and, just kind of give them an idea of what's happening in the classroom.
When Athena left school that day, what time does school normally let out?
3:25.
And let me just ask you this. What did you say to Athena when she left for school that day, leaving school that day?
I gave her a hug, and I told her, I love you, and we will have a better day tomorrow.
Did you have it tomorrow?
I did not.
When's the next day back at school?
It would have been Thursday.
Athena's not in your class, is she?
She is not.
What about Friday?
She's not in my class.
And part of this is, I'm going to ask you, what was going on in your class? How did that affect your class for those 2 days with her missing?
It was very hard. A lot of kids, some knew that something was not right, but everyone knew she was not there. I was still having to count her absent. A lot of kids, you could tell their anxiety, like they were worried. They knew something was wrong. Her desk was empty. But it was a very hard 2 days in the classroom.
So now we roll to Saturday. You said that's when you found out?
I found out Friday evening.
Friday evening on the 2nd. Did she know? Let's move forward to Monday. You go back to school Monday?
Yes.
How do you go back to school on Monday after that?
Because I knew that the rest of my class needed their teacher.
Oh, goodness.
And they needed someone to love them and support them and help them walk through this.
So what's happening in the school that day, that Monday?
We have a crisis team, which includes local counselors within our district, people from local churches. They come in to talk and support kids. we read off a script of letting them know that their classmate is no longer there. We do activities to try to help them begin the grieving process. There's just a lot going on. Like,
Right.
just
Much
trying to help
respect for
kids
that.
cope
What
and
you went
learn.
through.
Like, this is a big thing for them at 6
concern
and 7
with
years old
students.
to have to walk through. And so
Amazing.
there's just a lot of counseling, guidance, and support that is happening.
And at this point,
We need to take a break. How much longer do you anticipate with this witness?
a little bit.
Okay. All right, let's take our morning break. We will we'll come back at 20 minutes to 11, okay? 15 minutes, all right? See.
Okay, 15-minute break. So, this is why it's always great to watch on replay, because you can scoop right through those breaks. And I hear they're back in the car. So, okay. So, I mean, I just want to ask this: are you guys okay with Athena's picture being up on the screen? I just want to make sure. I thought it would be nice to have her pictures up there, but I know, like Jason said, it can be angering for some to see those pictures, knowing that she's not with us anymore. So let me know, you guys, okay? Because I don't want to, trigger anybody. And don't be afraid to say that. Yeah, I don't really like the pictures up there. Please don't be afraid to say if you're feeling that way, because I definitely want to be able to respect everybody here. So let me know what you guys think about that, okay? All right. Teachers should be made part. I agree. Teachers should definitely be made paid more. Absolutely. So, all right. Okay. Everybody's standing for the jury to come in, and yeah, here we go. Okay, you guys are okay with the pictures? All right, sounds good. Okay.
All right, everyone may be seated. We are ready to proceed, Mr. State.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thompson, when we left off, we were talking a little bit about your classroom that Monday and what's going on, and you talked about we had counselors there, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And what was going on with the kids in your classroom that day?
They were very confused.
Hey, Crimson Moon.
As 6 and 7 year olds, they have a really.
Thank you for remembershipping. Thank you for becoming a member again. I appreciate that, sweetheart. All right, here we go, guys.
hard time understanding the
And
loss
good
of
morning.
a friend.
Good morning, Lindsay.
We did a lot of grief groups.
Remembering.
We read stories, just trying to help them start that grieving and healing process.
And in this particular situation, are they aware of what had happened to her?
Yes, they were.
So they know that she was taken against her will and murdered.
Yes,
And these kids are how old?
6 and 7.
Let's talk about you. You've
Yeah,
been teaching.
oh. I mean, it just it spreads so far, you know. The trauma that comes from cases like this. I mean, those poor kids. To be so young and really not understand, I mean, none of us really understand why, but you know what I mean, like just being so young and having to deal with just absolutely tragic news, And yes, kudos to teachers who help these kids, go through this. It's just oh gosh. So fucking sad, honestly, so sad. Goodness. I'm happy to remember shipping. Yes. Not understanding the concept of death to begin with, right? Right? That's a lot to put on a small child. So sad, so sad. All right, here we go.
How many years total now?
This is my 12th year.
And how does this affect you as a teacher?
When I look at my life and career, I have before Athena and I have after, and it looks very different.
How so?
Every day I hug my kids as they walk out the door and tell them that they love them. But now every day when I do that, and for the rest of my teaching career, I have to think about what if they do not come back tomorrow.
Oh, geez.
So we are now approaching 4 years out?
Yes. Yes.
Is this still affecting those kids?
Yes.
How so?
There are several of those students who they are now in 4th grade, and there are several that are still having outside counselors. Several students that are afraid to sleep in their own bed, will not play in their front yard.
Oh my God.
Objection, Your Honor, here's that.
Sustained.
Can't talk about things that you've been told by other people.
Yes.
Would you say this has had a big effect on these kids?
Yes.
Would you say that it's a lingering effect that's continued all the way to the 4th grade?
Yes.
Last thing I'm going to talk with you about here is tell me about the mailbox.
So, when
Right,
we were in class, we
with
wanted to do
You're
something
saying-
for our students so they could learn how to grieve. And so we had a mailbox made that was placed outside of our classroom.
And let me stop you right there. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yes.
This mailbox.
Yes.
Who made this mailbox?
My husband and I did.
And was it only in your classroom? Where was it?
It was between 2 first grade classrooms in the hallway.
And when we say mailbox, I want to make sure I understand what we're talking about. Would this be a normal, like we would see mailbox?
Yes, on a stand, yes.
And was that your idea to have this mailbox?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of you putting this mailbox or bringing it to the children? What was the purpose?
I wanted them to have the opportunity to write letters to Athena to help.
Yes, Jason, and I'm not going to maybe admit that I've got tears rolling down my face as well. So yeah, I can't imagine being in the position to have to be a part of anything like this. It's incredibly heartbreaking, and yeah, she's an amazing teacher. This mailbox thing sounds like it's actually a really good idea. So that, yes, here we go.
Process
Objection, Your Honor, here's that.
Overruled.
to help process, and they would write, draw pictures, whatever they were feeling, and they would place in that mailbox.
And again, like I said, I'm not going to ask you what any of them said, so to speak.
Hugs to
So
you
you're saying the
also.
purpose was it
My
was for
goodness.
these kids to be able to express themselves by writing or coloring and put in that mailbox.
Yes.
And so that mailbox, when did it arrive in between the 2 first grade classrooms?
The day that we returned to school, so that Monday.
And did you get some letters in?
A lot, from all grade levels.
So
Oh my
did the
God.
mailbox stay there or in your classroom? Where did it end up?
We eventually moved it inside the classroom, but began to get too much for the kids. They would tell me when they saw that, it made them think of Athena and what happened to her. And so we had to remove it out of the classroom.
And so how long did this mailbox, was it a fixture in the school?
For the remainder of the year, we moved it up to the front office, and kids still continue to put things in there, but it was in a different location in the office.
How many letters do you think you got in that mailbox?
Oh, I'm over 100.
And just a little bit of in the school before it let out?
Yes.
Hey, Chrissy.
When we talked about you, you said that you've had some struggles as a teacher.
Yes.
Have you had any struggles as a person?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
I have been through hours of therapy, trying to heal from this. I have lost 2 other students back to back with this tragedy, but this has hit me the hardest. It has forever changed my life, forever changed how I teach my kids. One of the biggest moments of struggle for me was one day I had a little girl. She came out into the hall. This was about 3 months after everything. And she was crying. And she sat down and she said, "Miss Thompson, I really miss Athena, but I'm afraid that this is going to happen to me too."
Oh, I
And
thought
at
they
that
were going
moment, I did
to.
not know.
Stay.
Oh, they
It
did.
affected your kids.
It did. It did.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson. Pass the witness.
Cross-examination.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming in today, Ms. Thompson. My name is Steve Goebel. I'm with the attorneys for Tanner Porter. I just have a couple of quick questions. On that state's exhibit number 4, the journal entry,
Yes.
the date on the top of that was October 27th, 2022.
Yes.
And what date did you say that was turned in?
I opened up her journal on December 2nd, and
Oh.
that was the day that I saw it. Yes.
So was that something they wrote in daily or weekly? Or?
It was weekly between like October and then December. We do a lot of writing outside of our journal, so that's why there was nothing in there after that.
And I think you, either today or previously, have described Athena as being very friendly,
Yes.
very talkative.
Yes.
Was there a story too that she maybe had befriended a new student?
She had.
Can
Yes.
you tell us about that?
We had a student that came in to our classroom, and he had some needs that needed to be met, and she opened her arms to him. She played with him on the playground. Like, she just had a big heart, and that's just who she was.
Thank you for testifying.
Yes. Thank you.
Redirect.
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be finally excused.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kelsey.
Thank you, ma'am.
Morning.
Who do you have next?
Elizabeth Ashley Strand.
Elizabeth Strand.
Your Honor, have you approached her?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to jump past this sidebar that they're having.
Good morning. You would raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony given this cause to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you got.
Yes.
Okay, give me a lower your hand. There's a rule of evidence that's in effect, says you cannot be in court unless you're testifying what you have testified. Do not discuss your testimony with anybody else except the lawyers, okay?
Yes.
All right. Whose witness is this? Mr. State.
Yes, Your Honor. You ruled to me today.
Okay.
Ma'am, your first name is Elizabeth. Is that the common spelling, Elizabeth?
Yes,
Okay. But you go by Ashley, is that right?
yes.
And how do you spell Ashley?
Ashley.
And as it applies to this case, your last name is Strand?
Yes.
And I'm going to take you right to this. I want to take you back to
Mom?
November of 22. Okay?
Okay.
What was your address at that particular time in November of 2022?
268 County Road 35.
You need to speak up a little bit closer. Okay.
It's 268 County Road 3573 in Paradise.
Okay. And just so you're aware, we want to make sure everybody can hear what you have to say.
Yes.
All right? You're kind of soft-spoken, so you may have to pull that microphone up to you a little bit. You don't have my voice.
Got it.
Yeah.
Let me just get a little information about that address. Where is that address located?
Well, technically in Cottondale, but in Paradise.
Okay. Those are towns, right?
Yes.
Okay. What county are they
Wise County.
in? Okay. And so you said two towns. You said Paradise?
Yes.
And then you said Cottondale.
Cottondale.
Okay. And, okay, tell us just a little bit about Paradise as a town.
It's a very small town. Like one stoplight kind of town.
Okay.
You know, just a nice little quiet town.
What about, you said the town of Cottondale?
Yeah, it's inside of Paradise.
Okay. Is it bigger or
It's
smaller?
even smaller than Paradise is. I mean, there's tiniest little church ever out there, so.
Okay. So besides the tiniest little church ever, that's the only thing that is in Cottondale?
I mean, you know, lots of nice, you know, little properties and just, you know, places for, just,
Let me help you with that. Is this small town country life is what you're telling me?
yes, very much country life where, you know, you let your kids go play and ride four-wheelers and stuff and,
Okay, so this is Athena's stepmother. Ashley Strand is her name, so
Different approach?
Yes.
she is very nervous,
I'm
yes.
going to show you Exhibit 5. Do you recognize that map and anything on that?
yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about how you recognize it and what is it?
That is the property that we lived on. That's the driveway. You gotta go all the way up, it's really far. And then there's the circle drive where you go. And
Let me ask you, do you recognize the road that takes you to County Road 3573?
yes,
And did you recognize County Road 3573 as being the road you testified on?
yes.
Sorry.
Judge, we asked to admit states 5, please.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 5 is admitted.
Oh, an ex-stepmom? Okay, they divorced. All right, okay. I can imagine what going through something like this might do to a marriage, so I hope they're both doing well. But, yeah.
Okay. Can we publish that, please? Yes, sir.
Sorry, I forgot to put the closed captioning
While the
on.
computer is doing its thing, let me ask you a little bit. What's the primary road that you are on to get to County Road 3573?
2123.
Okay, is this another county road or country road that's out there?
I mean, yeah, it's the main road that goes through Paradise.
Okay. Have a little ambiance.
It's easier to see.
Thank you, Judge. So on this map here, where is the 2123 on this map here that we're looking at on the board?
I mean, it's at the bottom.
Okay, so that road there that runs left and right across the bottom, that's 2123?
Yes.
And then where is County Road 3573 that you were talking about?
Right up there where it says Almond Road, but it also says 3573 if you go a little further.
And is that the road that you lived on?
Yes.
And so,
Oh,
as we go
really?
down that road.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Where is your property location on that road?
That first driveway that you can visibly see on the right-hand side.
On the right. So right there where Mr. Berry's put the arrow. Is that right?
I'm sorry?
Right?
Yep, right there.
Okay. Thank you, Pat. All right, so let's talk just a little bit about your address. You said it's closest to, the closest, I guess, say, real town would be Paradise?
Yes, I mean, it's
Despite the fact that it only has one stoplight, that's the
Yes.
closest town. Okay. And you've got your house on here where you were living at the time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And let's talk about the driveway. Is it a straight through, turn around? What are we talking about here?
I mean, you gotta go all the way down and turn around, but you could just, you can see the circle where you go straight down, turn right around and head right out.
All right. And do you know how many 100 feet it is from the road to your turnaround there?
Oh, Lord, no.
All right. You don't have a concept on distance?
No.
Okay. So now this particular picture here, has the property changed a little bit since you were living out there?
Yes.
And is the road arrangement about the same as what it was before?
Yes.
Okay. And what's different?
Well, there used to be a trailer right across where you can see the carport at the very end of the driveway. There used to be a trailer right there, right in front of that black roof right there.
We'll talk to you about that in a second. Now, on this particular property in 2022, was it just you living on the property? Who else lived there?
It was me and my daughter and Athena, and then at the time, about 18-month, year and a half old, and Jacob.
I'm going to get all these people right. So you and
Yes.
Jacob.
Me and Jacob.
Were you married to Jacob at that time?
Yes.
You said you have a daughter.
Yes.
What's her name?
Alice.
And Athena.
Yes.
And you said you had a youngster.
Yes, your son.
How old was yours at the time?
She was about a year and a half.
Busy mom.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, on that piece of property, is it just y'all's family? When I say y'all's family, I mean your immediate family, or are there other people you're related to on the same property?
Yes, and then it's us right there, and then my sister-in-law and her husband are right down the hill.
Okay. And so on this piece of property, you have essentially, would you say, two families?
Yes.
Your family with you, Jacob, Alice, Athena, little baby Ursa.
Yes.
And then on the same piece of property, you had your brother and sister-in-law, their family.
Yes.
And what about on that road? Are you familiar with your, let me strike that, Your Honor. On this particular road, can you describe 3573 for the jury?
I mean, it's a fairly decent-sized cul-de-sac. We all have our little group messenger on there, so we all know each other fairly decently.
When you say cul-de-sac, we also call that a dead-end road.
Yes.
And so it looks here like you live about halfway down that road. Is that right?
Give or take, yes.
Okay. I think we've already established we're not going to ask you about distances, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
So, but are you fairly familiar with who your neighbors are and where they live?
Yes.
And let me ask you, do you know the Huffman family?
I do, yes.
And who are they?
Their kids are actually friends with my daughter.
Okay. And where do they live in relation to where you are on here?
At the very end of the
Objection,
cul-de-sac.
relevance.
Sustained.
So, this particular road, being that it's a dead-end road, does this have a lot of traffic on it?
No.
And we talked about your kids. Alice, is she older or younger than Athena?
She's older.
How old at the time, back in 22, was Alice?
She was 10.
Okay. And Athena, how old was she back in 2022, November of 2022?
She was 7.
And you said a little year, so it was a year and a half. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, OUA12. I believe, I'm pretty sure, I believe that, Athena was in her care. So, and like, who was it? Donna? Was that Donna? Yeah, Donna. Says she was the last one to see her, until they discovered the FedEx guy. And apparently quite a bit of shade was thrown, at this stepmom. So, yeah. All right, here we go.
Of the kids, I'm assuming that Alice and Athena went to school. Where'd they go to school?
At Paradise.
And how did the two girls normally get to and from school?
The bus.
And let me take you back to November 30th, okay, of 2022.
Yes.
Anything unusual about that day up until the time the two girls go to school?
No, nothing.
They get picked up by the bus normally?
Yes.
Given that it's a 10 and a 7-year-old girl, were you able to get them on the bus at the appropriate time?
Yes.
Is that hard sometimes?
It's a little rough sometimes. You know how the little girls can be.
Okay. And let me ask you, what do you mean by that, about how little girls can be?
You know, they like to pick out their own clothes and do their own hair and, you know.
May not meet mom's approval.
Yeah. But you gotta let them choose their own things.
I'll show you a picture that's already been admitted. There we go. Thank you, Mr. King. Do you recognize the girl in Taste Exhibit 1?
Yes.
And who is that?
That's Athena.
And is that what she looked like back in November of 2022?
Yes.
And do you know, have information on when those pictures were taken?
About the weekend before, so 4 days before. November 30th.
Okay. So that particular picture, do you know who took that picture?
Her mom did.
Okay. And where was she when her mom took that picture?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustained.
Do you know where those pictures were taken?
Objection, Your Honor, that calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
How did Athena come to live with you guys in Cottontail?
Her mom was sick and she wanted to stay for the summer, so she came and stayed with us and then ended up staying for the school year.
So do you remember what month she first arrived?
In May
Of?
of 22.
Where does Athena's mom live?
She lives in Oklahoma.
So in this particular picture that we're talking about, is that where Athena was in Oklahoma when her mom took that picture?
Yes.
Now, she's been there with you since May of 2022.
Yes.
And when does school start?
In August.
And so did she start school with Alice?
Yes.
And what grade would she be in? What grade would Alice be in?
She was in 1st grade. Alice was in 5th grade, I believe.
Okay.
Or
Now,
4th.
we talked about when Athena moved with y'all from her mom's in Oklahoma. That was in May of 2022.
Yes.
How long have you been in Athena's life?
Oh goodness. Since 2017. So she was about a year and a half when I came around.
Okay. Now, we've seen a couple of pictures here in the courtroom. This one here,
Yes.
the red bow. Do you have a favorite picture of Athena?
Yes.
I'm not going to have you pull it out and show her anything, but can you describe that picture for us?
Yeah. She was very much an outdoorsy kid, and it's her. She was about 5 years old, and her and Alice had been playing outside in the mud all day long, and she comes up to me and she's holding this gross little worm in her hand. She is covered in mud. Like, I mean, head to toe, it's all over her face, and she's so excited to have this little worm. That's my favorite picture of her.
That's the one you go to. That's the one you remember.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to take it to November 30th, 2022, okay? If you need a glass of water or anything, it's right there, okay?
Okay.
That's a Wednesday. And did Athena and I must go to school normally that day? I think I already asked you.
Yes.
And do you remember any particular item of clothing that Athena was wearing that day?
She was wearing some jeans with little red flowers on the pockets.
This should be the first one. This one. Judge Grant?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'll show you what we've marked as State's Exhibit 6. Do you recognize those?
Yes.
What are those?
Those are those pants.
Are those the ones that you just told us she was wearing on the day, November 30th, 2022?
Yes.
And how are you familiar with those?
I mean, because they're her pants. They're...
All right, let me ask you, do you recognize the size and the style?
Yes.
And do you recognize those as the one that she wore on that day?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the same thing that you described to law enforcement that she was wearing on that day when she went missing?
Yes.
Michigan State's.
No objections.
State's Exhibit 6 is admitted.
We published that back? So on the day that she went missing, November.
Okay, so I just want to check on everybody and make sure everybody is good and you know, you guys are all good. That's all. Of course, you can see that we're going to start seeing some of the evidence that they have. So I just want to make sure that you guys are all good and you know, good to continue on. So I just want to make it down the subtitles down a little bit so that you can see her face. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can put them down a little bit. Okay, that should be good. All right, we got some hearts from Angel. Alrighty, here we go.
30th of 2022. We talked a little bit about what she was wearing, and you remembered that she was wearing these pants
Yes.
with the little flowers on the pockets. And that's what you told law enforcement.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about how we get to that point, okay? What time did the kids get home that day?
Around 4:20 is when the bus usually drops them off.
And was that normal for them to be home at that time?
Yes.
And so on that particular day, what's Alice up to that day?
She had to go down to my sister-in-law's because she needed help with her homework.
All right. And then what's Athena up to that day?
She was up at the house hanging out with me and the baby and doing her laundry and playing with her through the windows.
All right. And I'll ask this from the mom perspective. What's she supposed to be doing now?
She was supposed to be sorting her laundry.
All right. How was that working out?
Not very well.
Okay. And was that kind of to be expected?
Yes.
What are you, mom of a 1.5-year-old?
Viv, we can go for a little bit longer. This one is almost 5.5 hours long, and we have just barely reached halfway. So we are gonna go until I can't go no more. And then tomorrow morning, when I get up, which won't be in the morning, you know what I mean? Tomorrow, after I get up, I will come on and continue this. I'll come on and continue this because they're going on to day 4. Today, I do believe, is day 4. Which is, fine with me. I want to watch it all the way from this beginning anyway. So, but yeah, we'll go for a little bit longer. Yeah. All right, here we go.
What are you doing?
I was cooking dinner.
What's for dinner?
Trout.
Trout.
Yes, trout.
Just trout and nothing else?
Trout and couscous.
So mom and baby are cooking dinner. And during that time, Athena's supposed to be doing her laundry.
Yes.
Oh, thank you guys for hanging out.
Anything out of the ordinary up until that point?
No, nothing.
Now, this piece of property that you're on, do you know how many acres it is total, you and the sister-in-law?
Me and the sister-in-law, it's 10.
Okay. And let me just ask you, was it commonplace for the kids to play and be out on the property in the country?
Very much, yes.
And I noticed on the map we had up there before, there looked to be a little pond on that. Is that right?
Yes.
And so I'm just trying to get if it was normal for the kids to be outside in the country on the property.
Yes, of course.
So at this particular time, got you cooking dinner. What's Jacob up to?
He had left for a hunting trip.
Okay. Let me back up a little bit. So the kids got home, you said around 4:20.
Yes.
What time does Jacob leave to go on his hunting trip?
Oh, goodness.
Let me
I
ask it this
don't
way.
remember.
Did he leave before or after they got home from school?
After they got home from school.
So Jacob's headed hunting, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you said after he left at some point. Do you remember when he left?
I do not remember what time he left.
And so we're sometime after the kids get home from school at 4:20.
Yes.
What time did you expect to have dinner ready for the kids?
Around 6:30 is, about dinner time every night.
Okay. And so I asked you earlier a little bit about the kids on your property.
Hey, LD.
What kinds of things did Alice and Athena do on your property on that 10 acres?
Oh, goodness. I mean, they would play and run around outside. They had their favorite tree that they would go to. They would run back and forth up and down the hill to their aunt's house to go play with her boys. Just being kids in the country.
Okay. At some point, when did you discover that Athena wasn't where you expected her to be?
It was whenever dinner was done and I was going to go get her and tell her.
So tell us a little bit about between dinner being done and you looking for Athena. What happened in that little short time span?
I went to get her. I saw that she wasn't in her room sorting her clothes. And so I, looked around, couldn't find her. I called Heather to see if she had gone down to her house. She said that she hadn't gone down to her house.
Let me stop you. Let me ask you a couple of short questions here. Is Heather your sister-in-law?
Yes.
Is that the other house that you pointed out to us?
Yes.
So it wouldn't have been unusual for Athena and Alice to go over to the sister-in-law's.
No, not at all.
Was she at the sister-in-law's house?
No.
Excuse me. It's always technology. Back and running again. Was it unusual for her, like you said, they had a favorite tree, is that right?
Yes.
What was it about this tree that they played on?
I don't even know. It is, I mean, I guess the best tree there, and it was right in front of where the trailer was, and you know, they had all their toys around it all the time, and
Okay. That's just where they chose to play.
yes,
And so you checked with your sister-in-law,
yes,
and Athena wasn't there.
yes,
And you checked the tree where they might be, she wasn't there.
yes,
I mean, I'm just gonna, did you basically just check your entire property?
Yes.
See if she was there?
yes,
Was she there?
no.
So once you kind of figure that out, what is your next steps when she's not where you think she is?
And I called the police.
And do you remember what agency came out?
I mean, Decatur.
Remember, well, let me ask you. We have multiple agencies in Wise County. We have the sheriff's office, we have police departments, game wardens, people, highway patrol. Okay. Do you remember which of those agents came out and agencies came out and talked to you?
The police department, I believe.
Okay. And at this time, when they get there on property, what are you and the family doing at that time?
Looking.
When you say looking, are you just like
Good morning.
looking places or what else?
No, we are everywhere, all over the property looking for her.
Okay. And at this point in time, right then, when you're just looking for, and the police arrive, what are you kind of thinking is going on right at that time?
I thought maybe she was just hiding somewhere.
Okay. Just being
Playing hide and seek. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We heard from Ms. Thompson how she was a little.
Objection, Your Honor, to informing the witness what another witness may have said.
Sustained.
What kind of kid was Athena on your property out there in Cottondale?
She was wild. She loved living out there. Loved just, I mean, the freedom of, you know, being a kid. Getting to just run wild and free on some land.
I think in the points you might call that being a little feral.
Feral, yes. I've used that word.
Right. Okay. So we're at the point to where everybody's out there, we're looking for her, we're not finding her. Are you thinking that it's, you know, she's gonna find her someplace? Right?
Yes.
All right. When did it start to sink in that she was actually missing and not just playing hide and seek?
I mean, when nobody could find her. But the biggest one was when we were all huddled in a circle and the helicopters were flying
Okay.
over us and nobody could find her.
So at some point, it wasn't just the one person from the police that came out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so on that particular day, on November 30th, what we're talking about here, how many, I mean, you said we had helicopters in the air. How many other police do you think showed up just on that day looking for her?
I can't even tell you, there were so many, or probably 50 or more people there.
Okay. And let me just ask you, how many days did this search go on?
3.
Okay. Now, let me just ask you, during your initial search, you said where you were out there looking for her, did you notice anything unusual or out of place on your property?
Yes.
And what was that?
The box.
Okay. And we'll talk, let me just ask you, when we say the box, let me ask you, what do you mean when you say the box?
It's a Walmart box.
And can you describe it?
It's a cardboard box with blue on it.
And do you know why that box would have been out on your property that day?
Because I had bought her Barbies for Christmas. And they were supposed to get delivered.
Okay. So you're talking about this particular box. Let me. Actually, I'm going to show you States Exhibits 8, 9, and 10. Let me ask you about. I'm going to show you States Exhibits 8 and 9. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Okay. And what is that?
That's the box that got delivered that day.
Okay. And whose address is on that box?
Our address.
Is that the 268 address?
Yes.
And who's the person's name that's on that box?
That's my name.
Okay. And do you know who delivered that box according to it?
FedEx delivered it.
Okay. And so this box, as you see it in these two pictures, is that what it looked like on the day that you saw it at your house?
Yes.
Okay. And is that what it looked like when you spotted it when you were out searching?
Yes.
Let me show you States Exhibit 10. Do you recognize this picture and this what's in it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us what's in this picture in States 10?
That's the front of where the trailer was.
Okay. And we talked about this trailer. Was this someplace that y'all were inhabiting, or what was the status?
No, we were not living in it.
All right. So this was an abandoned.
Yes, abandoned trailer.
Okay. That was just on the property.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you a little bit. We talked about some of the roads. Do you recognize the road and driveway in this particular case?
Yes.
He's back here. Judge would ask the event States 8, 9, and 10.
No objection.
States Exhibits 8, 9, and 10 are admitted.
You give me 8.
I'm sorry, yes, say that again.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Good. See what the numbers are on. Ask me about those.
Okay.
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 So this exhibit we're showing you here, is this what you were talking about before? It has your address on it
Yes.
and your name on it?
Yes.
And this is the blue box that you were talking about?
Yes.
The one that FedEx delivered?
Yes.
And were you somehow tracking whether or not this was delivered or not?
Yes.
Okay. It arrived at your house.
Yes.
Let me show you the. Yeah. I'm going to show you States 10. When we see this over here on the right, is that the same box that we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And I see what appears to be a little porch or something on that. Is that right?
Yes.
And is this part of that abandoned dwelling that was on that property?
Yes.
Okay. Now I see a lot of police cars parked there. Is that kind of what it looked like when they were looking for them?
Yes.
Now, we mentioned before that we have the circle drive on
Yes.
that map. Is that right?
Yes.
And so is this part of that driveway? Where cops-
The main driveway was right here, where you see the archway right there.
Right.
Yeah, just circled right past that. That's a little bit,
Well,
but it's all connected.
Is this your driveway?
Yes, this is our driveway.
And that's where you found that box?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that box.
I was gonna say, like,
What did you say that you ordered in that box?
Barbies.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 7. Do you recognize those?
Yes.
And what are those?
Those are all you can be Barbies.
All right. And do you recognize that is what you ordered?
Yes.
And who were those for?
Those were for Athena.
And is this, do you believe this to be the same Barbies that were inside that box?
Yes.
Okay. They were delivered on that day, November 30th?
Yes.
Judge, we'd have to submit State 7.
No objections.
State's Exhibit 7 is admitted.
Actually, let me ask you, why'd you order those Barbies?
These specific Barbies, I mean, because it came with so many of them, she could get, 6 Barbies all at once.
Okay. And what was the name on those Barbies?
They were career Barbies.
And who were those for?
They were for Athena,
For just a present or for some other occasion?
for a Christmas present.
For Christmas. And that's what was delivered to you on that day?
Yes.
Now, some folks have a regular driver that they may recognize that delivers UPS, FedEx, Amazon, okay? Do you recognize Tanner Horner as your driver?
No.
Had you ever seen him before
No.
that day?
No.
Ever?
No.
Now, Athena went missing on a Wednesday. What day was it of the week when they found her?
It was Friday.
And at some point, I'm assuming you were informed that she was deceased. Is that right?
Yes.
Who informed you?
I believe it was the sheriff. It's a blur.
Do you remember where you were?
At the Cottondale Church.
And who were you with when you found out she was deceased?
I was with Jacob and Maitland.
So, Jacob, your husband,
Yes.
and I didn't ask you, is that Athena's mom?
Yes.
Okay, Maitland?
Yes.
And y'all were there in the church together?
Yes.
Oh,
Can you just do a little bit about Athena on that particular day? You had seen her for an hour or so before she went missing, right?
Yes.
At any point in time, did she have any injuries on her whatsoever?
No.
Did she have any bruises on her face?
No.
Did she have any bruises you were aware of on her body?
No.
Did she have any unusual markings, scratches, or anything else on her body?
No.
So the last time you saw her, would that be what she looked like in the picture we showed you earlier?
Yes.
I agree with that, Jason. I agree with that for sure.
So I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 12. You recognize the child in that picture?
Yes.
Okay. And who is that child in that picture?
That's Athena.
Okay. Does she look the same as she did when you last saw her on November 30th?
Yes.
Okay. Let me show you State's Exhibit 11. Do you recognize, let me ask you first, do you recognize the background and the location where that's taken?
Yes.
And where is that?
That's on the property 268.
Okay. Is that where we also see Exhibit 10, the
Yeah.
driveway?
Yes.
Would that be where the police cars were parked?
Yes.
Okay. And you recognize that as being your driveway?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recognize the person that's in that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Now, will you agree with me that picture is a little fuzzy?
Yes.
Who's the person in that picture?
That's Athena.
Now, how do you know that that's Athena?
Because I know my child. It's her. That's her hair, and it's just, you know, little stick girl right there with her long legs.
All right. Would you estimate states 11 to 12?
No objections.
States Exhibits 11 and 12 are admitted.
See, I get that they have to like cover their grounds, but some of the questions seem like really kind of, you know, stupid questions. But just, you know, they play audio of the van attack and some point must be, I don't know what day. Yes, I probably am going to go past that. So hopefully they'll mention it before they play it. I don't think I wanna play that live at all, because we've heard that it's pretty horrific. So thank you for that though, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I'm definitely gonna probably go past that, because I don't know if I'd be able to handle that myself, and I don't want to put that on everybody else. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, so much. Okay, here we go.
Must be 11.
OU 812. I do believe that they do play that part in court. Yes. So. Stakes exhibit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we should get some warning for sure. So. Yes. I appreciate you guys. I really do. So. All right. Here we go.
This is on your property?
Yes.
Notice, what does that appear to be on the other side of Athena in this picture?
The driveway and a water hose.
And when we talk about this, we saw a picture of where that box was.
Yes.
Is that box close or far away from where this picture's taken?
It's pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah.
All right.
I recognize
So
the
that's
bandit.
Athena in that picture.
Yes.
Let me show you State's Exhibit 12. Yes.
Okay.
This is what you testified before.
Oh God, oh God, it just like gives me the creeps to see this picture. It really, honestly does. Oh gosh, I don't know. My goodness. So, so you see her, she's holding on to, you know, the doorway that goes into the back of the truck. She's kneeling down. Probably, I mean, the look on her face, is a look of worry, if you ask me. And this son of a bitch actually looks like he's fucking whistling. I don't know if he was. I have no fucking clue, really. But that's what it looks like to me. And, oh God, I just, This has got to be one of the hardest things for the parents of this girl to look at, in my opinion. No, Did he not know they had the cameras? Yes, he did know that they had cameras. He does eventually cover the camera up. But the audio, that's where they get the audio from the van. It's yeah. the audio was still recording, even though he covered up the camera. So he tried to say he accidentally hit Hitler. Yes, but that picture proves right, exactly. He had first said that that she was already dead, and he put her in the van because he was scared. He didn't know what to do. He ran her over, and but obviously, yes, this picture proves that that's wrong. So yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go, you guys.
That's Athena in that picture.
Yes.
Do you recognize what pants she's wearing?
She's wearing the pants that I described.
Hold up that other picture. Let me ask you a question about it. Do you have the other picture?
This
of the
one?
pants? No, the pants.
The pants. Yes.
There it is. State's Exhibit number 6. Do those look like the same pants or similar pants to what she's wearing?
Yes.
And is this what she looked like the last time you saw her?
Yes.
Now let me just ask you, would she have had any reason to be inside of what appears to be a van or truck at that time?
No.
Your Honor, speculation?
Or
Would she have had any reason to be in a truck with that individual that's depicted in that picture?
No.
Okay. Did you give her permission to be in that truck?
No.
Did you give her permission to be taking a ride with that individual in that picture?
No.
So we find her, you get told on that Friday that she's deceased.
Yes.
What's your reaction when you find out that Athena's no longer with us?
I lost it. I just don't know how you're going to react to something like that.
Since that time, how has this affected you since that time?
I mean, a lot. It's affected me. It's affected my marriage. It affected my children.
Let's talk about that. You still married to Jacob?
No.
You think Athena being kidnapped and murdered played a role in that?
Yes.
You said it affected your children.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he blamed her. Hey, the husband. I wonder if he blamed her, and that's why. Maybe I never mind. I shouldn't speculate on that kind of stuff. So, anyways, it's sad that their marriage broke down. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Okay.
How did Athena going missing affect the house?
I mean, she lost her sister in the most horrific way. Even if a delivery driver just drives down the driveway, she's outside, she runs and hides. It's affected her school. It's affected her friends. It's affected just her in general. She has nightmares.
About her sister.
Yes.
How old's Alice now?
She's 14.
It's still affected.
Yes.
Oh God, it'll affect her for the rest of her life. Oh my gosh.
When was Athena's funeral?
December 6th.
Look at him sitting there fucking shaking his head. See, oh my gosh. See, this is where I go off this shit. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hope he's feeling fucking as disgusted as the rest of the world is. Yeah. Sitting there feeling sorry for himself is what I see. No. Can't do that. Oh my God. I hope they don't show him a lot during this because, whoa.
Time frame is I've tried to just not think about anything like that.
You can think about it.
I try not to.
Let's talk about you. How's this affected you as a person?
I'm not the same. I don't trust anybody. You can't. You're just not okay after something like that. Even my 5-year-old says stuff.
Still scared?
Yes.
That's what you're.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Sean, have you heard from her?
Yes.
Oh, they're having a little sidebar. Oh yeah, I hope you're puking in your mouth, you motherfucker.
I have some exhibits that we had a printing snafu, and all they have are black and
Oh, they didn't, mute. You can hear everything they're saying. Oh my gosh, interesting. Okay.
whites. If admitted, what we would like to do is get them printed on regular in color. I'd like to display them in color, but I didn't know if you wanted to see them beforehand, before you show them to the state.
State objects.
Wait, so you're gonna admit them in black and white, and then you want to display them in color?
Yes.
Because they appear on the computer in color.
Correct, and then we would like to swap out the black and white for the color, because we're getting them reprinted.
Okay, so, what we can do is we can have what are they marked as?
They're not marked, they'll be defense 1 through 5.
Okay, so what we can do,
They must have muted now. I'm just gonna bump it forward a little bit here to move it. Testimony back.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
yes, ma'am.
Ms. Strand, I want to hand you what has been marked as defense exhibits number 1 through 5. If you take a look at those, please.
Yes.
Yeah, Jason, that picture is extremely
And do you recognize defense exhibits number 1 through 5?
Yes.
eerie.
And what do you recognize them to be?
The property?
And this is the property that you were living on at the time of Athena's disappearance?
Yes.
Defense office,
Yes.
defense exhibits 1 through 5?
Yes, Donnie, you do.
Have you shown them to the
Yes.
state?
I'll show them
Oh
again.
my goodness.
State objections on development, Your Honor.
Okay. The objection is overruled and state, I'm sorry, defense
I
exhibits
have
1
to
through
agree,
5 are
Jason.
admitted.
I have to agree.
And Your Honor, for the purposes of the record, we had a printing issue, so the state's, or defense exhibits number 1 through 5 that I've shown Ms. Strand and that she has identified are in black and white. However, we do have the originals in color that we would like to publish to the jury.
That's fine. When you get ready to substitute, we can make sure that the record is clear as to the new exhibits.
it gets switched over to. Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm having technical difficulties.
Take your time.
They are taking their time.
Mr. Goble, I think the power cord may have come loose just to be on the safe side.
Thank you.
Ms. Strand, what do you recognize Defense Exhibit 1 to be?
That's the abandoned trailer.
In this photo, on the right-hand side, about halfway down, is that where the box was left?
Yes.
And on Defense Exhibit number 2, what is this?
That is also the abandoned trailer.
And this is, were people living in the trailer at the time?
No,
Where were they living?
there's a house in the back that we were living in.
And is that the house that y'all were renovating?
Yes.
Defense Exhibit number 3, what is that?
The dog pen in the pool,
Okay. And this is still on the property?
still the same property.
Defense Exhibit number 4, what do you recognize this to be?
Still the property, it's the outdoor shower.
Was there running water in the house?
Yes.
Were there, why an outdoor shower?
Well, we were in transition, trying to get it just finished and ready, and that's, yeah.
And lastly, Defense Exhibit number 5, what do you recognize this to be?
That's the girls' room.
Can you see the girls' room from the main house?
Yes.
And can you see the girls' room from the kitchen where you were preparing dinner?
If you peek through the window, yes.
So they were like in a
From the
shed?
kitchen where you were preparing dinner, would you have been able to see the delivery truck drive up?
No.
On that day, or let me back up, these photos are an accurate representation of your property on that day?
Yes.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect.
I'm a little confused. She said that was the girls' room, but it looked like a shed to me. I mean, whatever works, I guess, but that's just, I don't know, that was a little bit weird. These were like little ones, you know? So, yeah, I mean, maybe we'll find out a little bit more about that, but yeah, that seemed a little bit strange to me. So the girls stay in the trailer alone. I don't think that was in a I think that was like in a shed or something. So, hey, Sweet Sativa. Definitely odd, yes. There were 2 houses on a 10-acre property. They were in a house up the hill. Okay. They were using that as an outside shower. I think that's what she said. Yes, but then, like, there was another picture. Let's go back here just a little bit. There was this right here, this picture right here. She said this was the girls' room. This was the girls' room. And it clearly looks like there's a bed in there. So, anyway, we'll maybe find out about that, I guess. So, okay, let's go. Here we go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
hang on. Sorry about that, you guys.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect.
That day. I've been able to, and can you see the girls' room from the kitchen where you were preparing dinner?
If you peek through the window, yes.
From the kitchen where you were preparing dinner, would you have been able to see the delivery truck drive up?
No.
On that date, or let me back up, these photos are an accurate representation of your property on that day?
Yes.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect.
None further, Your Honor.
May this witness be excused subject to any potential recall?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
God, I'm sure she's just like, whew.
Okay. Give us about 10 minutes, and we'll call you right back in. Your lunch should be here about 12:30, so we're going to work up until that, okay? 10 minutes, sir.
10 minutes, everybody. All right. Let's try to keep on going here. About here, I think.
To the jury with this next witness, when the witness has been sworn, so state may proceed. Or what, you have, okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, the state had shown us some exhibits yesterday that they anticipate Sheriff Aken will be testifying about.
Okay.
And rather than taking him on voir dire in front of the jury, since the jury was out, we can go ahead and basically do our voir dire on those photos now.
Okay, so the defense is satisfied as to what exhibits the state wants to introduce through this witness. You just want to ask him some questions.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Ms. Anderson, now I know what you're going for. Okay, go ahead.
I will need the exhibits from the state.
Here's all of them.
Oh.
I think they're only addressing the first set.
How did these people be prepared? Okay. So this is the sheriff, I do believe that's what they said. Are any of those girls fucked alone in there? That seems like a little bit weird. But, you know. Right, it still had nothing to do with their death. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree.
We need to take this one down. And first, the witness.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
And we don't need the lights off, it's just. Okay, perfect. Sheriff Aken, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Sheriff Aken, I'm going to hand you what has been marked as State's Exhibits number 13 through 21, and ask that you take a look at those for a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Did you take any of these photos?
I did not.
Do you know who did take them?
Hey,
I
midnight.
think some of those may have come from a video.
Did you take that video?
No, I did not.
Do you know who did take that video?
I do.
And who took that video?
The defendant.
The defendant took the video?
That's what I'm thinking. It was in the vehicle that he was driving.
So this came from the camera that was on the truck?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not saying that Tanner Horner took the video
Well,
himself?
he was driving the vehicle that had the camera.
Did you prepare these documents?
I did not.
Did you take the still shots?
I did not.
Other than looking at these photos, do you have any knowledge about their origins, creation, anything like that?
Well, all the images, I remember those days and those times and the things that are going on there. So that's the way it was that day.
Were you in the truck?
I was not in the truck.
So these are not based upon your perceptions, are they? They're based upon what was filmed by someone else.
Well, it's my perception as well because I was there. And so I do see exactly what was going on that day. So I recognize the accuracy of those images.
Okay, so who is that in State's
Oh
Exhibit
my
number 21?
goodness,
Oh, well, this sheriff is going to be interesting. And Crimson, yeah, the older girl would have had to have been 10 or 11, somewhere around there. So, yeah. Okay, anyways, this was interesting. Oh, my goodness. What? What's going on with this guy? Okay.
Okay, so who is that in State's
Oh
Exhibit
my
number 21?
goodness, I can't tell who that is. I think I know. That may be one of my deputies.
Maybe one of them?
Maybe, but
And-
it's really kind of foggy or fuzzy there. I can't tell, but that's our marked unit there. And we had these toilets there as well.
What
So I
time of day was
remember-
this taken?
I don't know for sure. I think probably it's maybe morning time. And I would think
This mom
probably
said
it's on the
14,
day of
yeah.
December 1st, I would think.
On State's Exhibit number 20, what time of day was that taken?
Athena was 7 years old when this happened to her, but she had an older sister. And she would have been 10 or 11 around when Athena went missing. So that's what they're talking about, the older one. So, yeah. All right, here we go.
Well, it's probably about the same time. Same time looking at the clouds and the light, probably about the same time.
State's Exhibit number 18?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
identify anybody in that?
I recognize the vehicles. And we had so many people there helping. So I recognize those vehicles and how difficult it was to get up and down that road because of all the people who were coming there to help.
And what time of day was that taken?
I think that's probably about the same time. Again, looking at the clouds and the light.
State's Exhibit number 19? Do you recognize anybody in that? And can you identify the people?
Well, there is an entrance there to Athena's house, and those are some volunteers who had come to help. And I really can't tell at that distance exactly who they are, but they're people who came to help.
And you didn't take this picture either?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
And what time of day would this occur?
This is going to be about the same time as that one. because
But
I-
you don't know for sure, do you? You're just guessing?
No, I'm not really guessing. I think that's based on some knowledge there, that's probably about the same time.
And you
It's
said,
coming from a moving truck.
so you said probably at the same time, but before you said you didn't know what time that was.
Well, I don't, but I know it's about the same time of day.
Okay. Whose car is that in State's Exhibit number 17?
Well, that's one of my deputies'
Do you know which
cars.
deputy?
No,
One at a time, everybody. One at a time.
I don't.
Okay. In State's Exhibit number 16, whose vehicles are those?
Those are the vehicles of the people who came to help us.
And what time of day was this one taken?
Again, it's about the same time.
Thank you, Betty.
Again, I would say mid-morning probably.
This
on the
is the
first
sheriff.
Okay.
of December.
State's Exhibit number 15.
Yes,
Whose
ma'am.
property is that?
I'm gonna be mostly
Obviously, it's a
muted.
T.R. Murphy.
Because I put a fan on behind me, so I'm going to be mostly muted. So, you know, it's not too noisy. Anyways, I'm just kidding. So, yeah. All right, here we go, you guys.
Ranch, and I know that
And also, we will go probably till 4 o'clock. And then we will proceed tomorrow. Like I said, when I get up, I will start a live. And we will watch this all day. Well, most of the day. Because I probably won't get up until about 1 o'clock. So there's that. But yeah. All right, here we go, you guys.
That's out on 2123. It's not too far from the entrance that goes on 3573, where the Athena's house was. So this is on the Farm to Market Road.
Do you know who owns that property?
I do not know.
State's Exhibit number 14. Again, you didn't take that photo?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
And you didn't prepare that photo?
No, ma'am.
That photo was taken from a vehicle and the video on the vehicle, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and you did not have access to that video, did you?
No, I've just seen the video.
And you weren't on the truck when the video was taken?
No.
Jason, no, it was only the one girl that was involved in this case. The other girl was just her older sister. So yeah, Wispy is at about 30 minutes. Yes, it's 3:33 where I am right now, and we will go until my time is 4 o'clock. So it's about half hour. Yeah. So, all right, here we go.
Okay. Whose vehicles are those?
Well, again, that's that same deputy's vehicle that's parked there that you showed me just a minute ago, and these are probably some of the same people who came to help us that day.
And lastly, State's Exhibit number 13.
So Crimson, do you know if, did her sister witness? I guess not, hey, because she must not have witnessed, yeah, except maybe a moment, right? Those two girls were playing, all day together. So, yeah, interesting. So, all right, here we, oh, not sure you'd last till 4 a.m. your time. Oh my goodness. So, I'm learning as we go too. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know why I didn't think about that, but they would have had a statement from her saying that this, they may have found her a little bit earlier. So, oh, the sister was at the aunt's house doing homework. Athena was alone and was supposed to be in her room folding laundry. Right, that's what the mom said, yes. So, okay, thank you for letting us know that the sister was at the aunt's house. Awesome, thank you, Petty. I appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Whose vehicles are those?
Those are more good citizens of Wise County who came to help us find Athena.
And again, you didn't take this photo either?
No, ma'am.
It didn't prepare the document or the exhibit?
No, ma'am.
Who prepared State's Exhibits number 13 through 21 for you?
I don't know.
So you don't know whose hands they went through?
No, I just remember that's accurate. That's the way it was that day.
Okay.
So, what did she get? What is she trying to say? That the pictures were photoshopped or something? That seems to be the kind of the angle to where she's trying to go. I think I like this judge. I don't know. I've seen the expressions on his face, and I think I like him. So, all right, here we go.
Any questions? Sheriff, do you recognize each and every one of those about the scene and each and every one of those?
Yes, sir.
And do you recognize it as the scene as it occurred on December 1st during the search for Athena?
Yes, sir.
And whether or not you took the picture, do you recognize the road going in?
I do.
Do you recognize the location of Athena's home and entrance on that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you recognize the entrance to 3573?
Yes, sir.
And how did you come to be have that knowledge?
Because I've seen the video from the truck.
And during that time, were you out there at any of that?
It is absolutely sad, and it has been in court this past week. we're watching the first day, and I do believe that they're on, today will be day 4, I do believe. So we're starting from the beginning, and we're gonna watch all the way through. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for coming in. All right, here we go.
Yes, I was, for most of the time.
And are these an accurate depiction of the scene as it occurred on December 1st, 2022, when you were out there?
Yes, sir.
So regardless whoever took these, you can testify that that was the scene at that time on that day.
Yes, sir.
Nothing further.
Ms. Anderson,
I have nothing further, Your Honor, but I do have argument.
I'm ready to hear it.
Your Honor, let's see the photos. We had a lot of probablys. It probably was at this time, it probably was on this date. Sheriff Aken is not testifying from what he knows, but what he was given by someone else. He said that he was out of the scene, but he couldn't identify the cars, couldn't identify the people. He did prepare these. So the only thing that he can testify to is that this is what he saw on a video. And he can't testify that that he was on the scene when this occurred. He cannot testify he was on the scene when any of these occurred. And so whether or not this, we would concede that this represents what happened when these photos were taken, but Sheriff Aken cannot testify that these are accurate when he was out of the scene, because he wasn't there when these were taken.
Those objections are overruled. You have a running objection to this testimony in regard to
Overruled.
if they offer state's exhibits 13 through 21 in the presence of the jury. Both sides ready for the jury?
Ready for the jury.
Y'all ready, defense?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's bump forward a little bit.
Mr. Stegman?
Thank you. Sir, would you state your name for the jury, please?
Lane Aken.
And when were you the sheriff of Wise County?
I was sheriff in Wise County from 2016 through December 31st, 2024 at 4:30 p.m.
Sheriff, could you check, see if that might function?
At 4:30 p.m. Hey, tribal gal. How are you? It's good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. And yeah, treatment did go well. Thank you. And yes, he has pled guilty. He pled guilty on the 7th, I do believe, April 7th. And they are going through this process of the trial because there is a question of whether he should spend the rest of his life in jail without parole or receive the death penalty. So I think it's a little bit unusual the way that they're doing it, but they're going through everything just to give the jury exactly what they're going to be making a decision on, I believe. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, but good to see you, tribal gal. My girl. I miss you so much all the time. So I'm glad you made it in today. All right, let's go, you guys.
Everybody's having problems. I went to school with Amy.
Then you should be good with the engineering aspect.
I was not an engineer.
Travel gal, pretty much, I guess, sentencing hearing, but they are going through, where they're presenting it, just like you would see in a trial. So, yes, I say off with his head too. I can honestly say that I do hope he gets the death penalty. I really do. So, but, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm going to bump forward again until we get back to testimony.
Sheriff, you have your marching orders now. Lane, were you sheriff back in November of 2022?
Yes, sir, I was.
To confer with these questions, I'm going to refer to you as sheriff. You okay with that?
Yes, sir.
So during this time before you were the sheriff of Wise County in 2016, were you also in law enforcement at some point in your career?
Yes, my career in law enforcement started in 1974.
Oh my God, I was only a year old. Huh.
And so from 1974 till you retired in the end of 2024,
Yes, sir.
You maintained a peace officer license in Texas?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to fast forward you here a little bit. And at some point, were you promoted and made a Texas Ranger?
Yes, sir. That was in 1987 at November 13th, 1987.
I notice you remember that day.
Yes, it was cold.
Right. And at that point, how long did you serve the state of Texas as a Texas Ranger?
It was 16 years as a Texas Ranger, 16 and a half.
And did you retire at some point from being a Ranger?
In 2003.
Oh, Angel, I didn't even
Now, during
exist.
your career, and just so we know a little bit about
Tribal
your
Gal, you were
experiences,
pregnant with your
did you have
BFI.
any big cases that you handled being a Ranger?
Yes, sir. There were several.
And if I remember correctly, were you not at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco,
Objection, Your
Texas?
Honor, relevance.
Sustain. Hang on just a minute, we got the microphone.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, good.
Yes.
And during your time as a Ranger, did you ever have a chance to have any training experience in missing persons?
Yes, sir, we did.
And so when you started being sheriff in 2016, did you go directly from being a ranger to being a sheriff? I noticed there's a little gap in the middle. What were you doing in that gap?
Well, there was a part of my career that I was an enforcement captain for the sheriff's office, but I also worked for AT&T for 10 years on and off. But during that time, I was also a reserve for the Rangers as well as for the sheriff's office.
Wow.
So you got back to being a sheriff back in 2016.
Yes, sir.
All right, and let's just talk just a little small amount about missing persons. In your time as the sheriff, in Wise County. Did you
Texas
ever have a
is
chance
definitely
to be
serious
part of
about,
any
the
investigations
death penalty.
where a child
Yes.
had gone missing?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We've done that several times, and then even so, when I was a highway patrolman and as a Texas Ranger.
And based on your trainings.
So Mike didn't
what's the
train, I
most
think maybe
likely
it was,
scenario
maybe the
when a
battery
child is
died or
gone missing
it was
for a
charged,
short
you know
amount of
what I
time?
mean?
No, that child's going to be at home, close to home, under the house, under a bed, just any number of things. It's always, most always, it was some good news that we find that child.
Oh,
And
is
did
it
that happen
Taco
from
Bell?
time to
Oh,
time in
well,
Wise
good,
County
I'm
as well?
glad they
Yes.
took get away.
And then,
Oh my goodness.
if the child is not found soon, in a short amount of time, what's the most likely result of that?
Well, anytime we have a situation where a child is missing, we spend a lot of time right there with the family looking, and we've got a lot of folks who come and help, especially with now that we have the internet that can bring people together to look for these folks. So usually, we spend a lot of time with the parents and the family. But as time goes on, you realize, because it starts out, you're doing the search. The search is right here. Everybody's focused on searching. But then as time goes on, we're not finding that child, especially if it's cold outside, any other difficulties there are. So the investigation starts right here, down here. And as time goes on, that investigation increases, because you know that we've got a problem, because this child is lost or is missing. And it's the worst thing that you would think might happen, but that someone has taken that child.
Hey, good vibes.
So I'm going to take you back to November of 2022. When did you first hear the name Athena Strand?
That was probably about 7 o'clock on the night of November 30th.
All right. And as sheriff of Wise County, is that where Athena went missing in the Cottondale Paradise area, is that covered by the sheriff's office at that time?
Yes, sir.
And we have other places in the county, cities and other things that will be covered by police departments, but this was covered by the sheriff's office.
Yes, it's the rural part of Wise County.
And so at 7 p.m., you hear about Athena Strand. What does the sheriff do as an initial response at this time?
Well, I was on my way back from Austin, and my intent was to stay over in Llano, because I was thinking it was the same thing, just a missing child, going to find her under the bed, in the closet, playing with a friend. So I kept contact with the but Sheriff's Office dispatch. And when I found out that she hadn't been found within a 2-hour span, then I drove from Llano back to Wise County.
And during the entirety of this investigation, were you pretty much on scene during all of this investigation?
Yes, sir.
And I want to give the jury a picture, Judge Matt.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you some maps here, states exhibits 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Yes, sir. You recognize those?
Apparently my cat has something to say. What's up? What's the matter? Come here. Sorry about that, you guys. All right.
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And can you give the jury a general idea, what are we looking at here?
These are the photographs regarding the mapping and the roadways right close to 3573 in that area of Cottondale.
All right. And are you familiar with this area during your time as sheriff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you believe these maps accurately represent the surrounding roads and cities, towns, and things in that
Her
area.
food
Yes,
bowl
sir,
is
that's
not
exactly.
empty.
Is this the area in which Athena Strand went missing?
It is.
Judge, we'd have to ask to the next 24 through 23, excuse me, through.
You thought it was her cat. That's my older cat. She doesn't do it very often, but every once in a while in the middle of the night. I usually hear it when I'm sleeping, when I'm in bed, but
Any objection?
States Exhibits 23 through 27 are admitted.
Sheriff, I'm not going to get too deep into this. We've got a little information already. Let me show you 23.
Yes, sir.
And can you just give us an idea and from where we are right
How
here
are
today
you?
in the courthouse, where Cottondale Paradise is in reference to where we are in Tarrant County?
suddenly she was saying hello, Mama.
So it's northwest of here, probably by road.
Good to
I
see
would
you.
think it's about 30, 35 miles from here to there.
In this area that we're talking about, Cottondale Paradise, is that urban or rural?
That's rural.
Okay. So would I be right to assume it's Post Oaks and Mesquites?
Yes, and Cedar.
Cedar, okay. Now, on this particular location here, as we go between the towns of Cottondale and Paradise, what's the primary road that one would use to go between Cottondale and Paradise?
2123
Okay. And is that a farm to market or a county road?
is a farm to market.
Okay. And let me show you. Do you see that road on this map here, Sheriff?
Yes, sir, I think I do.
Okay. Is that the road going east and west there, the main road?
2123?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And just to fast forward a little bit, is Athena Strand's residence off of 2123?
Yes, sir, just to the north.
Okay. And do you know what county road that's on?
3573.
All right. And let me ask you a few questions about the scene on 3573. Was that part of your job to coordinate and set up the search for Athena Strand?
Yes, sir, it was it being sheriff. Basically, the sheriff is in charge, but we bring in folks from so many other agencies to help us in that search.
So let me ask you, let me just start from the very beginning. Once that she is not found in a short time period, what assets do you as the sheriff bring to bear to help find her at that time?
Well, the sheriff's office responded. Of course, we called in the Texas Rangers because we find that it's important that we use all the agencies that we can. We have the game wardens that were there, and they're always great. Fort Worth PD, they sent a helicopter or two. We also had some drones that came in from Denton County. And Highway Patrol, we had many of them there, as well as the voluntary fire departments. So we're bringing all the first responders that we can find, we're bringing them to help us find this child.
All right. And now it sounds like what you're talking about, most of those are sworn personnel, is what you described.
Yes.
Was there anybody else assisting in this search besides just the sworn personnel?
I'll never forget the morning of December 1st. Citizens came from all parts of Wise County to help us find that child. And we put them to work with our deputies, with our investigators, with the game wardens. It was shoulder to shoulder. We had what we estimated was about 300 citizens, and they brought their four-wheelers. Some brought horses, some brought dogs, it was, I appreciate the fact that so many people came out there to help us that day.
So we have all these people out there. We have a mixture of sworn personnel, we have a mixture of citizens out helping.
Yes, sir.
And were you on that scene frequently?
Yes.
And on that particular scene, where was kind of the gathering area for that on that scene?
At first, it was right at the gate for Athena's house, where she was living. But as time went on, we moved it over to Cottondale to the firehouse there, the volunteer fire department.
Let's stay focused on 3573 here for a minute.
Okay.
Are you familiar with where, what the scene looked like at that time?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with where you had your own sheriff's assets placed at that time?
Yes, sir.
And then up and down the road, are you familiar with what it looked like on that December 1st that you just talked about?
Yes.
And if we were to look down this road, if we were to go back to December 1st and look down this road, what would we see as we were driving in to Athena's road?
We would be seeing those citizens in their vehicles that I was just talking about.
Okay. And will we also see any sworn personnel or those types of vehicles?
There are some, but really we were overshadowed by the number of citizens who came to help.
Do you have a number of how many citizens you believe were out there helping?
Well, we had the EMC helping us, emergency guy, Cody Powell, and he numbered 300.
These are just citizens?
Yes.
In addition to your law enforcement?
Those who actually registered, because some came on without registering. So
Oh, you went to, I was just going to say 300. That's amazing. That's amazing. Compared to, I mean, I thought they said that there was only about 1,000 people that lived in that community. So for 300 people to come out, that's amazing. I'm glad that they had so much help. So, all right, here we go.
300.
So let me just go through here, and I want to show you some pictures here, so we'll get a little bit of an idea of the scene. I'm going to show you, Judge, if I may.
States 13 through 21. And I think you've looked at these before, but can you give us an idea of generally what we're seeing in those pictures?
Yes, sir. These look like that's the route on 2123 turning into 3573, and looking at it, it looks like it's the morning of December 1st, 2022. And what we see are the vehicles of so many citizens who came and helped. And you see from time to time a marked unit of ours at the sheriff's office, as well as from other agencies. And we see the search people. There's some organized searchers, all the way to the end of that road that went to a cul-de-sac. And that's pretty much it.
All right. And do you recognize those pictures as being descriptive of what you saw on that day, December 1st, 2022?
Yes, sir, I do.
State's Exhibits 13 through 21.
Do you have any objections other than those previously made known to the court?
And no, Your Honor, no further objections.
All right, those objections remain overruled. And State's Exhibits 13 through 21 are admitted.
Sheriff, I'm just gonna, you said there were some things about marked units.
Yes.
Is that what we see here in State 17?
Yes, that's the unit of one of our Wise County deputies.
Okay. And is that the entrance to 3573?
Yes, sir, from 2123.
Let me show you 18 and 19. Let me just stop you right there. Do you recognize this as what you were talking about earlier?
Yes, that's the entrance to the Strand home, and that's where we kind of set up our command post.
And is that what you were describing to me as the people out there helping?
Yes.
And are these the vehicles that you're talking about here as well?
Yes, sir, they are.
And I notice on States 21 here, is this the same entrance to Athena's house?
I think that is probably just a little bit beyond that, but it's close.
Okay. And I noticed what appears to be porta potties out here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this was required for the amount of people that you had?
It was, and those were donated, people to help.
So this search is ongoing from November 30th. This is on the 1st.
Yes, sir.
When does the search end?
It never ended.
Well, let me ask you. At some point, were we able to locate Athena Strand's body?
We were, yes, sir.
And at that point, did then the sheriff's search for her as a missing person end?
Yes, sir. At that point, that's when the search for Athena stopped.
Now, as part of the search and what's going on, did you approve and put out a missing persons bulletin through the Texas Fusion Center?
There was one, and I approved it.
Let me show you what's marked. It states 22. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is that what we just talked about, being
Yes.
in the missing persons report?
Yes, sir.
That you approved?
Yes.
And what types of things that are usually contained in a missing persons bulletin?
Well, it's when last seen, what she was wearing, and what she looks like, age, pictures if possible. And I think that other than that, then locations.
All right. And this would this be something that went out to law enforcement or to everybody?
That went out to law enforcement originally.
And do you recognize this as what you approved?
Yes, sir.
They would offer States Exhibit 22.
Your Honor, we'd object. It is hearsay and it's not covered by the exception of 803 and C. It was created by law enforcement, for law enforcement, and we would object under hearsay.
That objection's overruled. State's Exhibit 22 is admitted. 22, correct, Mr. State?
22, yes.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. And so that goes out to law enforcement. Are you aware of how it goes out? Is it electronic? Is there a bulletin? How does it go out?
It was an
Okay, you guys, I think we're gonna have to stop right here. I wish I could keep on going, but it's after 4 o'clock here for me. So I know some of you it might be even later or earlier, like I always say, or earlier. So I think we'll call it a night for tonight. I've been on YouTube 8 hours today. I did 8 hours of live today. I'm proud of myself. and Jilly. So, okay, so like I said, I will, when I wake up, I will start a live and we'll get right back into this. It'll probably be about around 2 or 3 o'clock my time in the afternoon. So you're going to sleep too? Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired, so I figured I might as well go before you guys hear me snoring. So So, all right, you guys, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you guys coming back and hanging out with me to watch this. It's definitely a difficult one for sure, but we'll get through it if we just do it together. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Definitely. Definitely. So thank you so much. Well, hello, Mr. Harris. Good to see you. So yes, thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And I will see you guys after we sleep for a little while. Kitties are probably already laying in my bed, so yeah, kiss the kitty. All right, I will. I have 2 of them, so they're both girls and they're both sassy. So yeah. Anyways, all right, you guys, it's time to go to sleep. So we will see you a little bit later. I appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Petty. Good night, you guys. We'll see you in just a little while. Just a few hours. All right. Okay. See you later. Okay. Bye.